Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Dr. Elena Michaels and I want to welcome you to the channel where I do guided meditations. And these are meditations that you can just listen to anytime, and all you have to do is just relax and let go and keep your ears open and just kind of enjoy. All right, so I'm going to start the meditation tonight on June 2nd with a tarot reading, and that lets me know where I'm going to go in the guided imagery that I lead you on, because I don't really have anything prepared. I just kind of wait for the cards to show me where to go. So I'm going to pull something from the cards right now, okay? All right. So I'm going to pull from this deck. This is, I have a couple decks here, and I'm not sure how many cards I'm going to pull, but we'll start with this. And I'll always, in the description below, I will always let you know what time the guided meditation starts, because some of you listen repeatedly, and if you don't want to listen to the tarot reading again, you can just shoot right through to where the guided meditation starts and just kind of check out and go into the bliss, okay? All right, so for the cards, I'm an intuitive tarot reader, so I'm not going by any book or anything like that. I'm going by what comes to me in the moment and what is downloaded to me in the moment about the card. And this will let us know where to go tonight, where I'm going to, the words I'm going to say. And we are divinely protected by white light. So nothing negative can happen, nothing bad can happen. I just want you to be in a safe space where you can really let yourself go and go deep, okay? So I'm going to shuffle the cards. And we are divinely protected by guiding white light, healing white light, and protective white light. Any information that comes up will be beneficial for all of those who are watching or listening. Whenever they watch or listen, because these cards kind of shift and mutate a little bit in their meaning, so you might watch and listen tonight, and then tomorrow or the next day, if you listen again, the cards might mean something else. They're just kind of magic like that. All right. And I'm going to cut the cards once, twice, and 3 times, and pull the card on top. Here we go. Okay. This is the Death card. I almost said when I was shuffling the cards, even if a negative card comes up like the Death card, don't freak out. And guess what came up? The Death card. This card has come up before too. So see it? I'm going to show you closely. There it is. All right, so we're going to talk about this and the symbolism and what it actually could mean right now. All right? Okay, so what you see here is you see a skeleton with a yellow face in armor on a white horse. Okay? And the horse looks like it's moving. And lying on the ground is an older person with gray hair and a crown that has fallen off the older person. See that? And there's also part of a key right here. See right there? That's part of a key. And then there's a child. And then we have a woman with flowers in her hair looking away. And we have a pope or a hierophant in gold robes. And then behind the castle, right there, is the sun, either coming up or going down, okay? And the skeleton has a red plume, and he's wearing black armor, okay? On the horse's bridle are X's, crosses, that are equidistant from each other, and skeleton heads. Okay, anything else I want to tell you about here? Oh, there's water and a boat floating on it and trees in the background. Okay, so this is the 13 card, all right? See 13 at the top in Roman numerals? This is a Major Arcana card. Major Arcana cards are really, really powerful, energetic cards, because they're numbered cards and they have a name on them like this. And this is a white horse, and this card to me, what I'm getting right now, is it's the death of the old energy, the death of the past, moving out of what was something. See, the horse is actually walking, trotting. So this is about moving past something, moving out of a phase, out of a chapter, going forward. Now, being that right in front of the horse is the Hierophant in gold robes. Gold is the color of the solar plexus, which is kind of like right below your rib cage. And that's your power center, okay? So this is moving forward from your power center, aligned with spirit, because this is a man of God here with his robes on and everything. And we have a woman who has flowers in her hair, and she's kind of looking off to the side, and we have a child there. The child is looking at the horse, and the child is holding a box of flowers, okay? So this is kind of about having the youthful innocence to look and see where you're going and to just watch without getting emotionally involved in anything. See this person over here with their gray hair laying on the ground with the crown falling off? This is the falling away of illusion, okay? This is, the crown has fallen off. The superficial image has, a crown is like a superficial image on a person. It's not really who they are, it's how they appear to be. It's their veneer, a king, a queen, someone with a crown. So the crown has fallen off, so the superficial images, the superficial appearances have fallen away, and the old ways are gone. There's an older person. See, the old ways are gone. And the girl who is looking askew, that's the feminine energy of all of us. And it's like, okay, don't take everything on face value. Have some discretion. Think about things. Don't be so open. Just be careful. Be careful of who is coming into your life, what they're saying, and you need to be protecting yourself. See the armor? You need to be protecting yourself and coming from a pure place. See, the banner is a white flower. Excuse me, coming from a pure place, rooted in your root chakra. See the red plume? That's the color of the root chakra. It's a new day, and it's at the same time the end of another day. The sun is going down or coming up. So it's the beginning of a new day and the ending of a previous day, the ending of a previous chapter. All right, moving forward with purity, eye on spirit, connected to spirit, the feminine part of you, no matter what your gender is or how you identify, the feminine part of you, being a little careful, kind of thinking about things, not being so open, still having a childlike sense of wonderment, and a childlike sense of magic, letting the old fall away and using the keys, see the key on the ground? Using the keys of what you have learned about self-empowerment, personal growth, and health, using those keys to allow yourself to move forward with strength and power. This horse is a healthy horse, and the crosses on the bridle are equidistant this way and this way, okay? And so that means nice and even, balanced, see? Balanced, not this part bigger than this part. They're even, so it's balanced. Be balanced, move forward, and stay open and connected to your spiritual self. And all is well. All is well, okay? The death of the old. And we're kind of moving out of this dark time of COVID, and things are opening up again, and people are feeling more safe again, and people are with their friends again. So we are moving into a new chapter, and it is the death of the old. And it is moving away from surface appearances and going deeper within, and letting the false veneers fall away, okay? So there's that. I pulled this card before. Well, actually, I don't pull them. This one showed up before, and it was a little bit of a different reading at that time because of whatever came down to me at that time. So that's what it is tonight, okay? I'm going to put that aside, and we're going to choose. Oh, this was on the back, okay? I always find it interesting. This was on the back. This is the Magician, okay? I'm going to tell you just a little bit about this one since I noticed it. And there's a reason I noticed it. This is another major arcana card. This is the Magician. He is channeling energy down from higher realms into manifestation on the earth. And see, there's the white flowers again. See the white flowers right there? And he's got the tools of the Magician on the tray in front of him. And the lemniscate, which is the thing that looks like this, over his forehead, which is infinity. So he is limitless in manifestation. And on the table, he's got the rod, the four suits of the tarot, which are the rod, the sword, the cup, and the pentacle. So he's using all the tools that he has. He's rooted in his root chakra, that's the red. He's got a serpent around his belt and a white robe coming from purity. And he's in a very abundant garden. See all the flowers there? So this is kind of very interesting to be seeing right after the Death card, because they're both major arcana cards. And it's kind of like, go forward, remember you're a magician, remember you can channel in the energy and manifest what you want, what you desire, use the tools at hand. Remember, this one had the key on the ground. Use the tools at hand. By the way, the cup is water and emotions. The pentacle is earth and finances. The rod is air and creativity, and the sword is fire and cutting through things with a sword. Fire and cutting through. So there you have the cups, the sword, the wand, and the pentacle. Wand, sword, cups, and pentacle. Using everything, all the tools that are available, just like I said, using the tools at hand, using the keys. See the key on the ground there? And not forgetting to use the keys. See, the key kind of looks like it's been forgotten on the ground. Don't forget about the keys that you know. Be conscious and aware of what you're doing, what you're saying. Have your words mean something. Don't just spin out talking about things that aren't going to be happening. Just say what you mean what you say, be authentic, and be responsible. If you say you're going to do something, do it, and be responsible for yourself. Be responsible for yourself. Take responsibility for your actions. Okay, that's pretty cool. I think I'm going to choose from this deck right now. This is the Indigo Angel deck, and I used this one last time, and I don't know what's going to come up. I have no idea. I'm really not that familiar with this deck, but I'm going to shuffle it. Here's the back of it. They're very pretty, and they have like a silvery edge. So I'm going to shuffle this one and ask the Indigo Angels to come and give us some substantiation, validation, and verification. And let's see what happens here. By the way, a lot of the children that are incarnating right now are called indigo children, but you can be an indigo if you're 90 years old. You don't have to be a child. An indigo person is one who is very sensitive. Often they're empaths, and most of you who came to my class when we were meeting live in person are empaths. If you're watching this right now, you're probably an empath. And so it's about, you know, the indigos are very, very sensitive and very aware of energies, more so than other people. So you may be an indigo if you're watching this, but you don't have to be a child or a young person. You could be any age. Okay, I'm gonna cut it once, cut it twice, cut it 3 times. And here we go. Who's this gonna be? Let's see. Okay, this is expression, okay? So I'm going to put this aside, excuse me, and get the book out. Excuse me. Okay. This is a beautiful angel. She's got a beautiful turquoise gown on and turquoise umbrella, and it's expression. Okay? So I'm going to read you about expression, because as we move forward in this next chapter, the death of the old, let's see what it says about how we express ourselves. Okay. Expression. This card guides you to speak your mind. After all, that's one of the reasons indigos such as you came to Earth. For so long, people have not spoken up for themselves. As a result, humanity has lived under the tyrannical control of those with power. Now is the time for change. Right? Death of the old. Being a magician, manifesting and using your God-given gifts. Now is the time for change, and you are one of the spiritual warriors in charge of initiating that shift. I just want to say something about this. This does not mean you have to go out and demonstrate in the streets, but you can if you want to. This means that when you are conscious and aware of what you're saying and what you're doing in your everyday life, you are creating change. You are creating a shift. You know that expression, if a butterfly, what is it? If a tree falls in the forest, can you hear it someplace else, or does it change the energy someplace else? You know the expression I'm talking about. But everything is connected. So even if you aren't out there, starting organizations or doing very big things to change things on the planet, by your conscious expression of who you are on a daily basis, you are changing and creating ripples in your world and who you come in contact with. Okay? That's the part about being responsible. Remember I talked about being responsible? So, that's all part of it. Always speak your mind, but also be aware of how others react to your declarations. Ask the angels to guide you to communicate in ways that allow you to be heard. If you can express yourself in a manner that people can relate to, your concerns and opinions will be much better received. So there's a subtle thing about being honest. Being honest doesn't mean being hurtful, and it doesn't mean being blunt. It means speaking your truth and standing up for yourself, not allowing yourself to be pushed around, dismissed, or put down. Just not allowing that. And you don't have to tell anybody else what to do. You don't have to say, don't you do this, that, or the other thing to me. You just put it in I statements. I am not comfortable with this happening right now. This is not how I want to live my life. And this is not the choice that I want to make about how I move forward. So I'm making some decisions for myself, and this is what they are. If you're in a relationship, for example, you can say something like that. You don't have to tell anybody else what to do. You can't control anybody else anyway, but all you can control is yourself. But standing up for yourself, because you deserve to stand up for yourself. You deserve to be an advocate for yourself. At the same time, you're being kind and respectful to other people around you and to the environment. Okay? So I kind of think I want to choose another indigo card instead of one of the other decks. I'm going to choose another indigo card. Sometimes I choose 3 cards, sometimes I choose 2, sometimes I choose 4. I mean, I'm not choosing them. Sometimes 4, I get guided to choose to pull 4 from the deck, or from 4 different decks. It just depends. I have no idea. I just kind of go with the flow. So let's see what comes up here. All right, let's see what card shows up as I cut once, twice, and 3 times. And this is, I can't even see what that says. Authority. Okay. This is interesting. This card right here, let's look at it. This is an angel with indigo wings looking up with his arms out, looking up through a hole that allows the light to come in. It's like a cavern or something, and it says authority, okay? All right, this is going to be about a higher authority. Deferring to a higher authority. That all-knowing energy that doesn't have a name, whatever you want to call it. God, Jesus, whatever. This is a non-denominational reading, so you can put your own spin on it any way you like. Let me just put this card down here while I read to you about it. Authority. The way our world is currently designed, people in authority impose rules upon us. Boy, that's very much like this one was talking about those in power. People in authority impose rules upon us. In many situations, it must be this way in order to maintain order. As an indigo, you possess an inner truth detector telling you that people in power often abuse such authority. This is one of the most important cards you can receive because your role in this world is to help redesign our planet and society to become a place of fairness. When dealing with authority figures, please know that anger will not get you anywhere, but calm assertiveness will. Anytime you feel controlled or ruled by someone, ask the angels to guide you through the situation in a way that will bring about and perpetuate the most peace. In this way, you clear the path for others who will benefit from your peaceful leadership. Do you see how this is connected to this one? It talked about people in power putting you down and not allowing that to happen, standing up for yourself. How this one is connected to this one, being a magician and remembering your God-given gifts to be able to create. And this one, which is letting go of the old, the death of the old. And now this one, which is speak calmly, align yourself with the light, and ask to be guided through any situation in a way that will bring about and perpetuate the most peace. In this way, you clear the path for others who will benefit from your peaceful leadership. And that's what I meant when I said you don't have to be out demonstrating in the streets unless you want to. But everything you do, every expression you make, has an effect on the vibratory frequency of everyone around you. And that's about taking responsibility for who you are, taking responsibility for your actions, taking responsibility for the words that you use, and not just spinning a story. That's just a waste of energy. Say what you mean. Okay? All right. So let's see how we're doing on the time here. It might be time to start our guided meditation. Or maybe I'll pull one more card. I'm going to pull one more card. Okay. This is Healing with the Angels. And this is one of my older decks. And I like this deck because it's just one word. Okay, just one word. So we're going to top it off with one word, asking that one word kind of wraps it all up for us and ties all this information together. Okay, so here we go. All right, 1, 2, 3. Cut the deck. Card from the top. Divine timing. Okay? You know when you want something to happen and you really just want it to happen and you're waiting and waiting and waiting and you're like, why isn't it happening? Why isn't it happening? All that's doing is pushing it away. You need to be focusing on that thing you want to happen already happening and what it feels like when it's already happened. Okay, so let's say you have to take a test. Instead of focusing on, oh my gosh, I don't know if I studied enough, I hope I get a good grade on the test, what if I don't? What's it gonna mean if I don't? If I'm not gonna pass this licensing exam, what's gonna happen then? Like if you're gonna take the law boards or the psychotherapy boards or anything that you have to get a license for, you have to take an exam for, nursing. Instead of focusing on that, what's going to happen if I don't make it? What if I'm so nervous I don't answer the questions right? Focus on how you'll feel when you pass the exam and how wonderful it will be and how euphoric you will be when you pass the exam. And those feelings create an attraction in the universe so that you are using your magician powers and manifesting from up here down to here on the earth plane, manifesting more of what you want, okay? So now let's read about divine timing. Isn't this a pretty little card? Got a little angel there with an arrow, okay? Let's see, divine timing. Okay. I lay these out here so I can look at them when I'm doing the guided meditation part. Divine timing. Card meaning, pay attention to the doors that are opening and shutting for you right now. Okay, remember I talked about the beginning of the day and the end of the day? Pay attention to what's ending and what's beginning. Walk through doors that open and learn from the doors that shut. Your prayers are being answered. There is no doubt about that. However, everything operates according to the universal laws of divine timing. This means that certain pieces of the puzzle must first fall into place so other parts can come to fruition. If you try to skip or rush certain pieces or parts, the whole plan will lack a solid foundation. So, everything happens in divine timing. Don't try to force open any doors that appear closed to you. Instead, ask your angels for guidance to see if the door closed because of negative expectations or if it's simply a sign of divine timing. Look for other doors that do open and walk through them with faith and gratitude. I was talking to some friends recently. They're moving to Florida and they put money on a house, beautiful house on the beach with a pool. They were very excited. It fell apart. But this is a very conscious man and woman. They're a couple. And rather than, oh no, what are we going to do? And oh, how's this going to work? And we're packing up our house and we're moving our business across the country. How's it going to work? Instead of doing that, they trusted that there was another door opening. And another door opened like, bam, just like that, to a more perfect place that was right on the ocean. The first place was a couple blocks from the ocean. The divine timing of one thing falling through and the door closing and then the door opening to this other opportunity. And he sent me a text photo of the view from the porch of the house. And it's gorgeous. It's right on the sand. It's right on the ocean. And they both love the water. So it's actually a much better situation. But if they had freaked out and gone into the, oh no, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? No doors would have opened. No doors would have opened. You have to trust and stay open and watch kind of with the hopeful expectation and adventure of a child. Watch as the magic unfolds and things are expressed in a way that resonate for you, and you see the light in the situation, and you realize that divine timing is going to bring you just what you need as long as you just relax and trust. Okay? So there we have it. Now we're going to start our guided meditation. And I'm looking now at the timer so I can actually put the note in on the description of what time we're actually going to start. So here we go. So make yourselves comfortable. Make yourselves comfortable and be in a place where you won't be disturbed. When we met in person, everybody was lying down, and I did a live one recently and everyone was lying down. So I suggest you lie down. This is not sitting upright, trying to be erect or anything. Just, lie down. And if you're lying down flat, don't cross your legs. I want your back to be straight, okay? And your feet, if you're gonna have your knees up, put your feet flat on the ground. Otherwise, just keep your feet out straight. Your hands can be wherever you like. And take a few moments to get yourself situated. Okay. And here we go. Any sounds that you become aware of, that you recognize as everyday normal sounds. These sounds do not disturb you. Instead, they allow you to go even deeper into your own experience and enjoy this time that you are giving yourself. The time that you have set aside from your day or evening to focus on your ability to be able to allow your mind to dump the junk, to release, to let go, to regenerate, rejuvenate. Our bodies can only regenerate and rejuvenate when we are in parasympathetic mode. And that's the mode that you will be in this evening for the rest of this guided meditation. Parasympathetic is one aspect of the nervous system. Sympathetic is another aspect of the nervous system. Most of us are in sympathetic dominance most of the time. So we can't heal, we can't regenerate, our body can't rebuild unless we are in parasympathetic mode. So we're going to be in that mode tonight. That will give you a chance to heal. That will give you a chance to drop the mental clutter. If you have thoughts, it's normal to have thoughts. Just allow yourself to see a thought and see it floating right by. Floating right by. The goal in the guided meditation is to keep your ears open, your mind open, and to not be attached to anything, not even a thought. Any thoughts that you are thinking that are important or relevant, you will remember, and you will attend to them after the meditation is over. So not to worry. If it's important and relevant, it will come back to you at the end of the meditation, or tomorrow, or later tonight, but you'll get it back again. Notice your breathing. And notice how your breathing begins to change. In an easy, gentle way, your breathing begins to slow down naturally, comfortably. Your abdomen expands and rises on your in-breath. Your abdomen, your diaphragm, flattens and goes down on your out-breath. Notice how your diaphragm is moving in relation to your breathing without changing or pushing in any way. Notice that gentle rhythm of the extension of your diaphragm and the exhale causing the air to come out. The air goes in on the inhale, and your diaphragm rises up. The air goes out on your exhale, and your diaphragm deflates. Anything that you hear me say this evening that is relevant to you, anything that resonates with your belief system, anything that makes sense to you, your goals, dreams, and desires, becomes planted in your subconscious mind. Anything that is aligned with your belief system is planted in your subconscious mind so that it begins to manifest and bear fruit and come to fruition, effective immediately or in the near future. Because your goal for yourself is to be as comfortable in any situation, relaxed and calm in any situation, healthy and well, regardless of what the past has said to you about your health. Your divine birthright is to be healthy and well, happy, joyous, sensitive and caring to others, compassionate, and always more and more in an ever-evolving way, more and more aware and more conscious of your words, of your actions, of the things you say and do. This is why we're here, to be working on and allowing ourselves to be the best version of ourselves. This is why we have the lessons, the trials and tribulations, the pressure of turning ourselves from and transforming from what we were, the past, into what we are becoming and moving into being. Just the way a chunk of coal, by the pressure of the earth, turns into a diamond. And the diamond reflects light. On an ever progressing path of becoming more and more light. An ever progressing path of emanating and reflecting more and more light. An ever progressing path of allowing the light to come through us so that we are clean and clear, allowing it to enter in so that it can be expressed out into the world. Feeling more and more comfortable now, as your body begins to let go more and more of the cares, concerns, and worries of the day. Letting go of the dramas, letting go of any strife or challenges, letting that all fall away. This time is your time. Nowhere to be, nothing to do, except feel more and more relaxed and comfortable, which happens easily, gently, and naturally. I'm going to count from 5 down to 0. And with each count, you'll feel yourself relaxing more and more. you'll feel yourself letting go more and more. You'll feel yourself being more and more comfortable, trusting the process and knowing it's all for good, all for your best interest, your greatest happiness, your greatest health, your greatest comfortability and inner peace. On the count of 5, feeling your crown chakra on the top of your head opening up. Imagine it opening up energetically and etherically. In your mind, see a shaft of light coming in. Beautiful white light coming in through your crown chakra. As this light comes into your physical body, every part of your body begins to relax, starting with the top of your scalp. And you feel it moving down over your face, over the back of your head, your entire face relaxing, your jaws relaxing, the sides of your jaw relaxing, the TMJ joint relaxing, letting go of any stored tension in that part of your body. Separate your upper and lower teeth so you are not clamping down. Allow there to be space between your upper and lower teeth. Allow yourself to allow others in your life to have their space to express themselves the way they need to, as long as it is not harmful to you or anyone else. And you are becoming more and more aware of how you express yourself to not be hurtful or harmful to others. As you become more and more conscious, more and more aware, you notice subtleties, you have observations, you notice intricacies and coincidences. And you become more and more aware of the magic of life. Moving down to 4, as the back of the neck relaxes, the front of the neck relaxes, and the shoulders begin to relax and let go. All the way down the arms now, the relaxing sensation. You may feel it as a tingling. It moves from your shoulders down through your upper arms, your elbows, and your forearms. It moves down through your wrists, your hands, and your fingers. And you may feel it coming out the tips of your fingers. You may feel it like an energy or a tingling coming out the tips of your fingers. Beginning now at your collarbones on the count of 3 to come down through your torso. Tapping your chest a little below your collarbones in the center. This is your thymus gland. And this releases T cells that strengthen your immune system. as all of your organs in your torso begin to normalize, recalibrate, rebalance, because you have given yourself this gift of going into parasympathetic activity, so your body can actually do that rebalancing, that recalibration, the reintegration. Down through your torso, all of your organs, your lungs, your heart, your spleen and your pancreas, your liver, your gallbladder, your bile ducts, your stomach, moving down into your intestines, moving down into the lower part of your torso. In your mind, see this light that was coming in through your crown chakra, moving into every part of your body the way water fills a glass. See the light moving through your face and your jaw and your neck, down through your shoulders and your hands. See the light coming out the tips of your fingers. See the light moving down through your torso. See this beautiful white light healing all of your organs, muscles, and tissues, all the fibers of your being. That's it. Coming down on the count of 2 now. Down through your legs, your hips, your thighs. See the light moving down through your legs, through your hip joints, down through your knees, coming down through your calves on the count of 1, down through your ankles, your feet, your toes. See the light coming out the bottoms of your feet. See the light coming out the holes, the etheric holes in the soles of your feet. Your entire body now is radiating. The light coming in through the top of your head, coming out through the bottom of your feet, coming out through your toes. Your whole being is lit up with this beautiful, healing and purifying white light. Because you are clearing out the old, and you are starting a new chapter, moving forward. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 down to 0. Allow yourself to use the sounds that you hear to take you even deeper, projecting yourself on the sound current as you go deeper and deeper, feeling more and more comfortable, more and more relaxed, and drifting deeper from 1 down to 0. And deeper still. and deeper still. You have an awareness of things ending. You have an awareness of things coming to conclusion in one part of your life. And you have an awareness of the death of the old and the rebirth in a new way. The revised version of yourself as you eliminate the things that no longer reflect who you truly are. You remember your God-given gifts of being able to use your word as your magic wand. Being conscious of the words that you use to describe yourself and your life. Positive words, creating positive manifestations. As you become more and more conscious, which is an ongoing process, you see more and more ways that your words have created unwanted realities and experiences. And you make a commitment to be ever more mindful that your words have energy and create realities. You express yourself in authentic ways, responsible for your actions, responsible for your words, responsible for taking care of yourself, not allowing yourself to be in situations that make you feel less than, unloved, unwanted, or not valuable. Because you are wanted and loved and valuable. And everything you do affects people around you. That is a personal responsibility that all of us share. Not allowing yourself to just take someone else's word for things, but using your own self-driven authority to make decisions for yourself that seem appropriate, that seem right. Just because someone is in a position of authority doesn't mean everything they say and do is right. It may not be right, and it may not be right for you. Do what you need to do to have it feel right for you. Remember that everything happens in divine timing. There is no need to push or force. Allow, use your mind to create the situations and the feelings of having achieved what you want. Those feelings bring the vibrational frequency to manifest on the earth plane. know that when one door opens, another one may close. And when a door closes, do not be concerned. Expect another one to open. And if it feels right, go through that one. Because you are ever mindful of what feels right for you. Ever mindful. Always checking in with your body signals to see what feels right and appropriate for you. And at the same time, being mindful of the effect on others around you, of the choices that you make. Allowing yourself to go deeper now. It does not matter if you feel that you are falling asleep or drifting. Anything that I've said that resonates with you will be going in and moving you toward what is best for you. If you fall asleep, that's wonderful. If you stay awake, that's wonderful. Allow your body to do what it needs to do. Until we meet again, I honor you for taking this time for yourself to realign. Until we meet again, namaste.